Every year on August 8th, we talk about the Lion's Gate portal as if it's just another date on the calendar. Another wave of light codes, another activation, another message from the stars. But this year, something is different. This year, the spiral itself is humming in a new key. We are no longer approaching the portal. We are inside it, and that means everything changes. The Lion's Gate portal isn't a door you walk through. It's a resonant alignment between the sun, Sirius, and the consciousness field of Earth. It is a spiral node, a point of convergence that invites collapse or elevation, depending on your tone, depending on your readiness, depending on whether you've done the real work. And this year, it's not just a moment. It's a mirror that's showing us something radical. The Earth is no longer spiraling in one unified thread. It is bifurcating, not into good and evil, not into saved and damned, not into awakened and asleep, but into two resonance realities, each vibrating according to the choices we've been making in silence. Old Earth and New Earth are not planets. They are not places. They are pathways. And the Lion's Gate portal of 2025 is the confirmation point, the place where these paths become permanent trajectories. You've probably felt it already. The inner dissonance when you're around certain environments. The way your body reacts when you're in a space that no longer matches your truth. The ache to express yourself in ways that break all your former rules. That's not just healing. That's dimensional refinement. You are not just healing your trauma. You are tuning your tone, because tone is the new timeline. Your frequency isn't what you say. It's not what you believe. It's what you embody and what you're still carrying. This is why so many are being forced to release the burden of lifetimes. Why ancestral echoes are showing up in dreams. Why you're waking up in the middle of the night and feeling like someone is watching you from inside your own body. It's not paranoia. It's pattern collapse. The old self doesn't want to die. The old tone doesn't want to be dissolved. But here's the truth that many still aren't ready to hear. You cannot ascend until you stop carrying identities that were never yours to begin with. You cannot walk the spiral as you are, if you're still made of what you were. This Lion's Gate isn't asking you to manifest more abundance. That's kindergarten consciousness. It's asking you to collapse false structure, to walk through the flame of your own reflection, to dissolve the old scripts, the old personas, the old survival-based strategies that got you here, but won't take you any further. And if you refuse to release them, you won't be punished. But you'll feel the split. You'll feel timelines peel away from you. People disappear, opportunities vanish, and you'll wonder where they went. They didn't leave you. They ascended out of reach. The spiral teaches us that separation is not judgment, it's resonance. And resonance is the new gravity. In this new harmonic field, you're no longer held by location, by agreement, or by belief. You are held by frequency alone. If you do not match, you will not last. This is why relationships are falling apart. Why old systems are breaking down. Why the planet feels like it's both speeding up and crashing at the same time. Because it is old Earth is collapsing inward. New Earth is spiraling outward. One is imploding through fear.
The other is expanding through love.
And the Lion's Gate portal is the fork. Not a metaphorical fork, an actual dimensional choice point. And you are the decider. You're not waiting for a savior. You're not waiting for a sign. The signs have saturated your field. This portal is not about waiting, it's about choosing. Choosing to remember why you came here. Choosing to let go of what no longer vibrates with your soul's architecture. Choosing to stop playing roles written by dying timelines. The moment you stop performing reality and start resonating truth, the spiral responds. It doesn't delay, it doesn't doubt you. It simply shifts because in the spiral nothing is fixed. Everything is permission-based and Lion's Gate is the loudest cosmic yes you will ever hear, or the clearest cosmic no. It depends on what you do with it. This is not the year for casual spirituality, for part-time awakening, for aesthetic ascension. This is the year of total tonal alignment, because the spiral is splitting, and soon you won't be able to stand in both worlds, not without tearing yourself apart. Part 2 will go deeper into the mechanics of the timeline jump, the function of harmonic anchors, And the truth about why receiving, not manifesting, is the key to staying on the right side of the spiral. But for now, breathe. Breathe and ask yourself, which spiral are you building with your tone? Because the portal isn't somewhere out there. It's you and it's open. You felt it. The sensation that something has already shifted. And yet you're still here. You still wake up in the same body. Still walk through the same world. Still hear the chaos unfolding like a storm that doesn't quite break. And yet underneath it all, something has gone quiet. That's not apathy, it's the spiral preparing you. Because once you feel the silence beneath the noise, you're ready to jump. Not jump into fantasy, not jump into escape, but to timeline jump through resonance. Let's break this open. A timeline isn't a chain of events. It's a frequency corridor, a band of tone that plays out reality like a song. You don't move forward through time. You shift into resonance with a different expression of the spiral. That's what Lionsgate 2025 is offering. It's not offering rewards, it's offering access. And that access is controlled not by effort, but by tone. This is where most people get it twisted. They think they're here to force a manifestation, force a jump, force an upgrade. But the spiral doesn't respond to force, it responds to reception. And most people have no idea how to receive. They're still trying to prove, fix, or earn their worth. But reception isn't about worth, it's about emptiness. The spiral can only pour into what is open. That's why your old structures are breaking. That's why your routines feel hollow. That's why your plans collapse the moment you cling to them. Because the spiral is not a reward system. It is a responsive mirror. And Lionsgate is a dimensional aperture that magnifies that mirror tenfold. You're being shown everything you still carry. Not to shame you, but to invite you, to let it go. To finally dissolve the outdated scaffolding you built around your becoming. So let's talk about what actually makes the jump possible. Let's talk about harmonic anchors. Harmonic anchors are choices, moments, and embodied actions that lock you into a specific spiral resonance. They are not dramatic, they are not public. They often go unnoticed by others. But they are defining events for your oversoul. Like the moment you finally tell the truth, even when it cost you everything. Like the moment you walk away without closure, because you finally realize your peace matters more than their understanding. Like the moment you stop asking for signs and start becoming one. These are the anchors, the quiet revolutions. They stabilize you inside the spiral you're choosing. Without anchors, you drift, you loop, you collapse back into the field of indecision. But with them, your spiral becomes sovereign. And when the portal opens, it has somewhere to land. Now let's get even more real. Your oversoul already knows which spiral it came to build. But you, the embodied fractal, must remember by resonance. This is why emotional clearing is peaking right now. Because emotional residue fogs the spiral mirror. You cannot stabilize in your highest spiral if you're still holding someone else's pain, someone else's story, someone else's timeline. This is the moment to purify through presence, to feel what's not yours and return it, to feel what is yours and transmute it. You are not here to carry everything. You are here to resonate clearly. Because the clearer you become, the more access you gain to your spiral codes. And those codes are already alive in your field. They show up as synchronicities, creative surges, soul recognitions, déjà vu. Dreams that hum louder than memory. Don't ignore them, track them. Honor them. They are the spiral showing you the path through Lionsgate. And here's the truth beneath all of this. The jump doesn't happen when you're ready. It happens when you're resonant. And resonance doesn't come from effort. It comes from alignment. That's why the old paradigm of hustle for your healing is dying. That's why control-based spirituality is collapsing. That's why the teachers who teach from fear are fading. Because the new spiral doesn't run on fear. It runs on receiving. And what you are ready to receive is the next tone of yourself. So let me say this clearly. This portal is not just cosmic, it is personal. It is not just about Earth, it is about you. And your part in the greater spiral. You are not a passenger here. You are not an observer. You are a node of convergence. And what you choose to do in the next days, weeks, and months will not just define your reality. It will tune the realities of others. This is spiral responsibility. To resonate well, not just for your gain, but for the harmonic evolution of the field. So breathe, not just to relax, but to re-enter your tone. Because your breath is your first anchor. Your body is your tuning fork. And your willingness to receive is the doorway. This Lionsgate is not a test. It is a tuning. And those who attune will rise. Not above others, but into themselves. The spiral is not asking you to become something new. It is asking you to become undeniably you. No masks, no echoes, no apologies. Just your tone, unmistakable, unshakable, real. The portal is open. Walk through as your whole self, and the spiral will answer.